I think when talking about technology integration, the first thing we have to begin to look at beyond just understanding why is that we have two different systems that we're trying to set up. And I think that what we're trying to do is we're trying to set up the traditional system and just moving right to an online system. And what we have to do is we have to separate the two and then design them separately so that they align with our goals of our school district and in our overall system. So the first question we have to ask ourselves: are students going to go live or online or both? And if they're going to do both, then what we have to do is we have to set our daily instructional practices according to the goals of our system. So, for instance, what type of daily instruction are we going to have that uses the technologies that are in there? So, if we're live in class, are we going to use interactive boards? Are we going to use laptops? Are we going to use discussion boards? Are we going to use polling? Are we going to use technologies like timers on the wall that allow us to keep track of time? Those are all types of technologies that we use when we're doing live instruction. The next piece is online instruction. So we have to think about, well, maybe we use a software like this called Screen Capture, which allows us to capture movement on the screen and allows me to do a voiceover effectively by using graphics and so forth. And so you can see I represent certain things, and I'm using a program, the Illustrator program called Canva, which allows me to create cool presentations, and graphically appealing materials that someone from an online learner may think it's more effective. Now, other things, so if I want to create both, we have to separate the two. That's the key to our next phase in dealing with the pandemic, but also moving forward. What technologies do we use in a live classroom setting? What technologies do we use in a online setting? And then what type of teaching, reasons why, and then what is the learning reason why, once we decide what types of technologies we're going to actually involve ourselves with.